All right, well, fans, welcome to the second hour of RWL Colisevm Games. From Tulsa, Oklahoma, Don Hickson, along with Hangman, Tex Lynch, and Myron Shimmerman. And we are still waiting for Wally Cardell and Johnny Bianco to finally make it here. But so far, not so far.
You know, I would have thought they would have been here already.
Yeah, Myron, me too, but so far, not so far, as Don pointed out. All right, we're starting off the second hour with the RWL Rage Tag Team Championships on the line with Oliver Hollywood and Tommy Wilcox going up against the Rage Tag Team Champions, Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune, Wylde Fortune.
This next tag team contest is set for one fall, with a 20-minute time limit, and it is for the RWL Rage Tag Team Championships. Introducing first the challengers, accompanied by the Fairfield Fox Faye Crawford, at a combined weight of 375 pounds, from Los Angeles, California, Oliver Hollywood, and from Cocoa Beach, Florida, Tommy Wilcox.
Well, the pairing of Oliver Hollywood and the Cocoa Beach wonderkin Tommy Wilcox, driven, of course, by the Fairfield Fox Faye Crawford, and she says she's offered the boys incentives if they can work together as a cohesive unit well enough to take the Rage Tag Team Championships away from Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune.
All right, Myron, what's going on? Why are you shaking your head like that?
Because this match was a mistake. If you remember the last time we saw Wylde Fortune, they was facing the Vandal Brothers. They were supposed to face the Vandal Brothers tonight. So what's with this match with Oliver Hollywood and Tommy Wilcox?
Their opponents, at a combined weight of 377 pounds, from Loch Lomond, Virginia, Jeff Fortune, and from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Chris Wylde, the RWL Rage Tag Team Champions, Wylde. Fortune.
Oh, what exactly are you implying, Myron?
I'm not implying anything. The fact is, it was supposed to be the Vandal Brothers for the Rage Tag Team Championships tonight, and for some reason, Chris and Jeff decided they wanted to go with Oliver Hollywood and Tommy Wilcox. Their reasons of their own, I don't know. Maybe they wanted to circumvent the Vandal Brothers some way. Figured maybe they got a better chance against Oliver Hollywood and Tommy Wilcox. I don't. Maybe they don't like the manager. That's their business. I don't care. But on principle, it was supposed to be the Vandal Brothers, and now we got this little switcheroo they pulled, this little bait and switch that they I don't know. I don't even know what. But I'm telling you, this is going to wind up, win or lose, this is going to come back to bite them on the ass.
It does pose an interesting problem in that MJ Ferrantino definitely had his heart set on the Vandal Brothers, challenging for those titles tonight.
All right, well, Dandy Don, I'm going to kick back and let you handle this one all by yourself.
All right, you've got it, Tex. Chris Wylde, Jeff Fortune, turning in the RWL Rage Tag Team Championships. The referee, Will Rothburn, as Oliver Hollywood looks to be starting this matchup with Chris Wylde in the opposing corner. The referee rings the bell, and we begin. Oliver Hollywood swinging for the fences, catches a kick to the midsection. When Chris Wylde counters with a kick of his own, they lock it up. Chris Wylde whipped into the far corner, counters and escapes the corner. Locks up with Oliver Hollywood, delivers a kick. Rebound off the ropes and a beautiful elbow. Takes Chris Wylde down to the canvas. And now pistoning hard right hands against the head of Chris Wylde. And again, Oliver Hollywood absolutely swinging for the fences here. Most of those Rage Tag Team Championships are just one pinfall or submission away. And he is going to town. A former tag team champion with American Supreme Matt Clark, of course. Standing dropkick takes down Chris Wylde as the Cocoa Beach wonderkin Tommy Wilcox comes in. Faye Crawford cheering on her fella. The Cocoa Beach wonderkin taking himself topside here. Whoa, well, a definite crash and burn there. One of those instances where the high-risk maneuver fails to pay off. Jeff Fortune is tagged in. Tommy Wilcox back to his feet. Now whipped out onto the apron. Wilcox counters with a forearm. Brings himself off. Whoa, another crash and burn right on the keister. Wilcox locks it up with Jeff Fortune. Has him up in the fireman's carry position. Drives both knees into the midsection of Jeff Fortune as Oliver Hollywood is brought in on the tag. Hollywood locks it up. Jeff Fortune up over the shoulders. Hung up off the top rope. Hollywood waiting for Jeff Fortune to get to his feet here. And here we go. Whoa, fails to connect with that one. Jeff Fortune counters with a beautiful heel kick. Jeff Fortune dragging a stunned Oliver Hollywood center ring. Hollywood counters, gets back to his feet quickly. Rounds up Jeff Fortune. Hard kick puts Jeff up against the ropes. Snap mare. Rebound off the ropes from Hollywood. Look at that, steps over the back and boom. Drop kick right to the face. Enziguri counter from Jeff Fortune as Chris Wylde is tagged in. Chris moves in on Oliver Hollywood. Hollywood up in the... Whoa, wow, what a slam from Chris Wylde. Oliver Hollywood comes with a kick. Delivers a series of kicks to the chest, steps out. And let's see what Oliver Hollywood's got in mind here. Hollywood locks up with Chris Wylde, escorts him to the corner. Head first into the turnbuckle. Goes Chris Wylde. Look at this. Oliver Hollywood. Whoa! Slammed him into the turnbuckle face first. Here comes Tommy Wilcox. The Cocoa Beach Wonderkin locking up with the one-time Memphis Million winner, Chris Wylde. Whoa! The Memphis Miracle, Chris Wylde. The third Memphis Million winner, Tommy Wilcox. Going high risk here again. Nails the move this time with a beautiful slam across the chest of Chris Wylde. Wilcox catches a kick from Chris. Counters with a kick of his own. Steps out, and here comes Oliver Hollywood again. Faye Crawford cheering on her team. I'd like to know what those incentives are that she's offered to Tommy Wilcox and Oliver Hollywood. And so far, they are working cohesively. Look at this. A very nicely executed armbar. But Tommy Wilcox breaking up a possible submission here. Whoa, Chris Wylde nails him with a forearm across the face. Slams Oliver Hollywood head first to the mat, and here comes Jeff Fortune. Jeff Fortune moves in, fails to connect, locks up, kick to the midsection, and DDT. That takes Oliver Hollywood right down again. Followed up with a stomp. Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune going full well. Those Rage Tag Team Championships are on the line, and they have held them since they won that tournament. Vertical suplex from Jeff Fortune, who steps out and tags in Chris Wylde again. Again, the team working very cohesively. Both teams working very well. Chris Wylde slams Oliver Hollywood head first into the canvas again. Goes for the cover, but no. Chris rolls him over, tries it again. One, and only one. As Jeff Fortune and Tommy Wilcox start mixing it up. Oliver Hollywood catching a series of hard rights from Chris Wylde. Meanwhile, on the outside, it's Jeff Fortune and Tommy Wilcox. And now into a crossface. Tommy Wilcox getting a beat down on the outside. And Oliver Hollywood in a submission here. But Oliver Hollywood escapes the hold. Back on his feet again. Whoa, Jeff Fortune and Tommy Wilcox absolutely going berserk on the outside. Drop kick takes Chris Wylde down to the floor. As Oliver Hollywood joins the battle on the outside, and the referee begins the count. Oliver Hollywood up over the shoulder of Chris Wylde. Head first into the apron. Goes Oliver Hollywood. Chris Wylde locks it up with Ollie. Has him all the way up for the vertical suplex, but Oliver Hollywood says, no you don't. Oliver Hollywood hurled towards the timekeeper's area as Chris Wylde makes his way back inside, mocking Oliver Hollywood. Look at this. Chris going back outside, head first into the ring post. Don't sing, Tex, please. Thank you. Oliver Hollywood back inside, slides back outside again. The count resumes once more. Chris Wylde rolled back into the ring, tags in Jeff Fortune as Oliver Hollywood makes his way back inside. An elbow to the face of Jeff Fortune. Look at this, winds it up. Neckbreaker drop from Hollywood. Ollie rounds it up, standing dropkick, takes Jeff Fortune down to the mat again. And here comes Tommy Wilcox. Wilcox charges. Look at this right here. Whoa! Tilt-a-whirl DDT from the Cocoa Beach Wonderkin. Certainly firing on all cylinders and using every trick in his book. Jeff Fortune counters with an elbow, escapes the corner. Throws a knee into the midsection of Tommy Wilcox. And now Jeff Fortune tuning it up here, waiting for Wilcox on a running spear. Jeff Fortune covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Well, that could have been it right there, but Tommy Wilcox powering out of the pin. And now Jeff Fortune. Look at this. Setting up another submission, stretching the legs, and here comes Oliver Hollywood to break that one up too. Running elbow takes Jeff Fortune down. Referee advising Oliver Hollywood to get out of there, but Jeff Fortune helps him out on his own. Jeff rounds up Tommy Wilcox. Tommy Wilcox posted open and bleeding by the left eye. Elbows to the midsection. Tommy Wilcox delivers a kick. Puts Jeff Fortune against the ropes. Whips him out onto the apron. Hard right hand that takes Jeff Fortune out onto the floor. Jeff Fortune here in the bells of St. Mary's here. And whoa, here we go. Whirlican Rana on the outside on the floor from Tommy Wilcox. As Oliver Hollywood passes by, resuming his corner. Tommy Wilcox, look at this right here. What a Frankensteiner from the Cocoa Beach Wonderkin. The referee counting. Again, the Rage Tag Team Championships at stake in this matchup. Jeff Fortune delivering a withering series of blows. Follows it up with a neckbreaker drop on the outside for Tommy Wilcox. Wilcox gathered up by Jeff Fortune. Rolled back inside the ring. And here comes Jeff Fortune. Makes his way across to the corner. Tags in Chris Wylde. And what a matchup we've had here so far. As Tommy Wilcox tries to find his way out of town, slams Chris Wylde face down to the canvas. Here comes Oliver Hollywood on the tag. Hollywood, hard right, spins Chris Wylde around. Chris Wylde counters with an elbow. Fails to connect with the kick. They lock up again. Bam, face first. Chris Wylde is laid out as Oliver Hollywood starts tuning up the band here. Chris Wylde, whoa, manages to evade the kick. But Oliver Hollywood right there to pick up the pieces. Nice suplex as Tommy Wilcox is tagged in. Wilcox lines it up. Look at this beautiful driver, covers, pins. Here we go. 1, 2, but only a 2. As Chris Wylde finds his way out of that pin. Wilcox moves in, rolls him up, kick to the head of Chris Wylde as Oliver Hollywood is tagged in. And this matchup well past the halfway mark at this point with no sign of a winner so far. Oliver Hollywood with a bow and arrow stretch on Chris Wylde. Really pouring it on here. Referee watching Chris Wylde to see if he submits, but no. Hollywood releasing the hold. Chris Wylde slams Oliver Hollywood face first into the mat, and here comes Jeff Fortune. Jeff Fortune catches a hip toss from Oliver Hollywood as Tommy Wilcox is tagged in. Wilcox moves in with a withering series of kicks. Down goes Jeff Fortune, just about center ring. And Tommy Wilcox putting in a heel hook stretch. Wilcox releases the hold again, rounds up. Jeff Fortune blocks him up. Jeff Fortune counters with elbows to the midsection, backs off Tommy Wilcox. They lock up again. Jeff Fortune has him up for the vertical suplex, but Tommy Wilcox with a little mumbo jumbo says, "Oh no, you don't." Standing dropkick takes Jeff Fortune down to the canvas. And here comes Oliver Hollywood on the tag again. Jeff Fortune moves in, beautiful running spear out of no place, covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and whoa, again that spear has ended up quite a few matches for Wylde Fortune, but didn't seem to pull the trick tonight. But Oliver Hollywood, absolutely motionless centering, slams Chris Wylde down the canvas, back to his feet again. Oliver Hollywood turns it around. Chris Wylde counters, locks it up, slams Oliver Hollywood face first down the canvas as Chris Wylde steps out, and here comes Jeff Fortune. Jeff Fortune stalking Oliver Hollywood. Here we go again. Running elbow takes Hollywood down to the mat. Jeff Fortune twisting hard left hands against the head of Oliver Hollywood. Flip over neck whip. Followed up with a stomp to the leg. And another. Jeff Fortune steps out. Here comes Chris Wylde one more time. Oliver Hollywood laid out just about center ring and in all kinds of trouble at the moment. Chris Wylde standing dropkick takes Ollie down. And here we go. Chris Wylde tuning it up here. Oliver Hollywood catches the running spear. Chris Wylde covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and no. Oliver Hollywood one more time. Cheating Wylde Fortune out of the win here. Tommy Wilcox back to his corner. Chris Wylde fails to connect with the elbow. Oliver Hollywood with a knee and a German suplex. And now a hard kick to the back. Chris Wylde back on the receiving end of the punishment as Tommy Wilcox is tagged in once more. Wilcox once more going high risk here. Hasn't worked out too well so far for him in this match. Here we go. Whoa, beautiful crossbody. He certainly nailed that one. Off the middle rope, beautiful moonsault. Oliver Hollywood covers. 1, 2, 3, and I don't believe it. Oliver Hollywood and Tommy Wilcox are the new Rage Tag Team Champions.
14 minutes and 8 seconds. Your winners and the new RWL Rage Tag Team Champions, Tommy Wilcox and Oliver Hollywood.
Well, there we got our first and biggest upset of the evening so far here at Colisevm Games. Tommy Wilcox getting a pinfall for his team, and Oliver Hollywood and Tommy Wilcox are now the new RWL Rage Tag Team Champions, ending the long run of Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune.
I told you this was going to come back and bite them, didn't I? They should have stayed with the Vandal brothers. They probably would have retained the titles. No, they had to go be cute.
All right, well, we'll be right back with more RWL Colisevm Games right after the break.